The roles of women in the civil rights movement. Many women played important roles in the civil rights movement. Women were lawyers. They fought against segregation in courtrooms. Women planned protests. They had a main role in planning the March on Washington. In fact, many of the famous protests of the civil rights movement were created by women. These included nonviolent sit-ins at segregated lunch counters. They worked hard to register African Americans to vote. Women also volunteered in many ways during the civil rights movement. Women would cook meals, and they led preparations for meetings or protests. Many would clean up after rallies. By doing these jobs, they kept everything running smoothly. They encouraged people to participate in the movement. For example, women planned carpools for the Montgomery bus boycott. They also spread information about the boycott. Women contributed in many ways during the civil rights movement. However, men get more credit for the civil rights movement in history books. Many women were discriminated against because of their gender. Thousands of women participated in the March on Washington on August 28, 1963. However, none of these female leaders were able to speak to the enormous crowd. They had to march on a different street with the wives of the male leaders. They had to stay in the background.